Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Going back to how I've ruined Noctis. Long game loading is long. I should have been loading it this whole time. I have like a really good computer and this is taking forever. What the heck? And the waiting, the waiting, the waiting. Yes, hello, I am Ruined Noctis. This looks awful. Because it looks like me, but it looks awful. I can at least fix the back, that would be nice. It looks so awkward. I should really... How do I change this again? Oh my god. Of course I'm going the wrong way again. This is terrible and I hate everything about it. Jesus Christ.
Welcome to Golden Key. Now that's a meal. First day off in a good while.
Welcome back.
Nah.
What do you feel like having today?
Shoves Ignis.
Oh, right now.
There he is, the prince himself. You look good.
You know.
Hey,
You
sorry
look
about the whole
good.
boat thing. I pulled some strings, but ain't nothing anyone could do after that fiasco at the Citadel.
Forget it.
Done and done. Man, I tell you, this reporter gig alone ain't enough to pay the bills. So I've been working real hard on the side.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
So, busy?
Why?
'Cause I need your help. You fetch me some more, I trade you one of my pieces. Just like last time. Bada bing, bada boom.
Appreciate it. We're meeting when?
Seems our well-being is less important than his livelihood.
Then we fell for it.
Guy's got no dignity, but he's full of deceit.
I don't mind helping him, so long as it doesn't involve any danger.
Oh, it will indeed involve danger. I'm sure. That's a lot of photos. Oh, you can like the photos and stuff. That's interesting. So I just took a bunch of pictures of the cat. That's a mood. Okay, like, I really need to change this to be at least a little less awkward. Oh my god. That's a good pause. Nah, you still gotta wear the choke goatee even if I can't see it. God, this is awful.
Huh?
What are those noises? I refuse to drive this car. Access the menu while driving to buy and sell items from the comfort of your car. Noted. Na, 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 na. The long driving. It's weird when they're not even talking.
Don't forget where we parked.
Alrighty. Da, 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 da.
Magitech engine. It's close.
Oh, is it?
This has gotta be the place.
All that's left is to find the stone.
But Uh-oh, it's getting late.
Let's not give ourselves away. Let's be done with this riffraff.
Stay down!
Put some stasis.
This one's just for you.
Jesus. Jesus! Jesus. Can we just like run for it? Am I just beating up the guys that are helping us? Or are these against us too?
Pretty rough.
I feel like it's like auto-locking in places I don't want it to.
Thought it would never end.
Oops. So it says it's right here. I just save it.
Magitech engine. It's close.
Can we just like, can we leave? We parked over here, right? I would very much like to come back when the sun is up. Are you serious?
No way we're taking that thing on.
Turning back.
Nope.
This doesn't look too good.
Bring it on.
This is gonna take a while.
What? You worried?
Jesus. No, I'm gonna load back to where we were. That was like way too high of a level for us. I just want to get back to the car. Take me back to the car, Jesus. Take me back to the car.
Magitech engine. It's close.
Time to give him the goods.
Safe's coming. I don't remember where I parked the damn car. Hello.
Right through 'em. I'll circle around.
Hello. What's up? Stop attaching yourself to the freaking giant. I want to find the car. Oh, an item. God damn it. Can I not pick up the item?
Are we doomed? Pretty sure we're doomed.
We can turn the tide yet.
Y'all, we ran away enough. Where's like... Is indeed perilous at night. I like when I got out of the car And he was like, don't forget where we parked. I think that's it. Yeah, finally.
Noct. The roads are perilous at night. We best head back into town.
Agree.
Yeah. Let's head back to town.
Well then, let's call it a night.
So how about a breather?
Catch your breath.
Hold on a sec, sir. I found an envelope addressed to Meldacio inside the package.
Meldacio? The Hunter HQ?
Yes, sir. The headhunter ought to be around here somewhere. Mind making one more delivery?
What do you say, Noct? Might as well while we're in the neighborhood.
True. Let us sleep here.
Oh, customer.
We could crash right here.
That was expensive. Friggin' doors. Nothing impressive here. I keep uploading. Okay. Awkward and ugly Noctis. That didn't even name. Just says Avatar.
Welcome to Golden Key.
Yes, I know. Do.
Now that's a meal.
Hey, you made it back. You guys hold up all right out there?
More or less.
Excellent. Come on, you ought to be proud of yourself, Your Highness. The work you did today could save lives.
How's that?
You see, most folks know better than to go out at night. But some people don't have a choice. Am I right?
I guess.
They may not have a choice, but my pieces can give them a chance. So hey, how's about you give it a try and see for yourself? I'm a man of my word.
You telling me to go out at night? I just went out at night.
I look forward to doing business with you again sometime, gentlemen.
Well then. I want to fish again.
Now that's a meal.
Sounds like we've got a new business partner.
And a rather glib one at that.
The guy makes Pronto look proper.
Oof. But fishing though. Oh, wait, I can't fish here. I fish over there. Fish.
Ease off on the reeling. Great job, Noct. About time for a new line, ain't it?
No. Why would it be time for a new line? I'm only halfway done with this one. Come here, you. God dang it. No, I reeled it in too soon.
Focus!
Oh. Oh, I still got it.
Wow, you did good.
Lies.
The line's still okay, you think?
Guess the line is still okay. The heck? Come to me, fish. Come to me.
Think I'll play King's Knight in the meantime.
Better not. His Highness will get sulky. Almost got him. Don't let up.
Nice.
I want this fish. I demand it. I feel like it's a special fish. And I want it. And it hates me. Why must you ignore me, fish?
Noct, the line is wearing thin.
Curse you, fish! I give up.
So how about a breather?
Da, 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 da.
Well, look who it is. I really owe you boys one.
Make that two.
Can't seem to catch a break. Yeah, looks like they found another one.
Wait, found another what?
Tag. Us hunters keep them on our person at all times as identification.
What, in case you forget who you are?
More like so no one else forgets who they were.
Hunters lead a life of danger. Sometimes these tags are the only things that make it back in one piece. It's our job to deliver them to the families of the fallen. As it were, I came out here to do just that. If y'all happen to find any tags lying around out there, would you do me a favor and send them my way?
Yes.
Yeah. Sure.
Word is somebody spotted a tag around these parts. Try asking the local tipster. He'll point you in the right direction.
Prompt you insensitive jerk.
Those tags are heavy stuff.
They certainly carry emotional weight. We'd best find and return them.
And give the families peace of mind.
Let's start by following up on that hot tip.
Looking for a place to stay, aren't you? You sure? We ain't got bed bugs or nothing.
Let's see.
There's more dangerous things.
Man, that smells good.
I'm done.
Yeah, broke a few bones in there.
Ready or not? Oh, love the lighting.
I can eat a horse.
Welcome. What would you like?
Yay.
There's no wrong choice here.
I already have fries from you
Be
guys.
careful.
Auto quest location. Oh. Nope. Hit me. Car actually hit me. I definitely couldn't walk that far. So is it telling me I need to drive myself? I know. Do I just need to talk to him again? No.
Like I always tell my hunters, knowledge is power that'll save your ass. Stay informed. Save your ass someday too.
Run, 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 run.
It came from there.
Huh.
Peppers. Oh boy.
Maybe this way?
So close. We got this.
Last thing I need now.
Eyes peeled, mouth closed.
Let's get done with this rip-off.
None the worse for wear.
Bring on the next one.
Woo! Dog tag. Right? Yeah.
Wah!
I have found it for you.
Found one already, huh? You done good.
Just picking up the pieces, I guess.
Well, try to keep your spirits up. Even though I ain't one to talk, I beat myself up over the lives of the hunters I couldn't save. That's what each one of these tags means to me. They hurt. But if I let that grief keep me from looking for them, then their tags and their lives will be forgotten forever. And that'd hurt more than anything.
Yeah, guess you're right.
Now, that's why I tell all my hunters to collect any tag they see, and I expect you boys to go out and do the same.
Alrighty. Ooh, potions. Oh.
It's bedtime.
We. question mark up here. Oh wait, a book. Someone read! Just as I think I'm getting the hang of hunting, they send me up here to some mountain and claim to find some lost fella from Listolum. And I get half lost myself. No ordinary mountain, neither this here is a fire-spewing volcano. Climbed up and crawled through every inch of the rocky hell to finally find what I come for. A little fella curled up next to a big pool of liquid hot magma. Says he's been up here for 2 whole days. Doesn't look like he'll be making it down the mountain under his own power. Oh boy. And then Ignis learned a new recipe. Molten magma.
Howdy, boys. Say, if you can take a little time out, would you mind helping me track down some more tags?
Well. Camp at Havens to enjoy status boosting meal and good rest to tally XP. Ah. Not yet. We'll be back for that though. Ooh.
Cut it out, man.
Sorry, man. Oh boy. Let me just save it first.
Look where you're going!
Didn't mean to do that.
Knocked. Overhead. Stay sharp.
My pleasure. How are we?
Getting by.
Stand in your way.
Got my back.
All right.
Here goes nothing!
Stay down! I think we're in for a fight.
Got more than we bargained for.
Heck yeah.
Allow me.
That was a close one.
Too close for comfort.
I'm comfortable just being alive.
That's not what I was looking for.
Glad we found it.
That's what I was
Time to
looking
make
for.
another delivery.
Ooh.
Magitech engine. It's close.
Run! You'll never get us alive.
You want to make camp?
Not yet.
Y'all done good. Whoever owned that tag's probably breathing a sigh of relief right about now.
Potions! Phew.
We are Exonerous. For generations, we have supported the livelihood of the people of Lestalem, and will continue to provide power for generations to come. Exonerous Industries, where the light of hope shines ever bright.
Okay.
Head for the royal tomb. The marshal awaits.
Take a look at our wares.
Neat. I'll take one.
Pleasure doing business. Hey, come again.
Let's see. Okay. Got you something better here for you. Okay. Hello, Cake. Don't rob me, please. You're gonna rob me of all my love for you. Cheese, cheese, cheese. I mean, I'll go to that resting point we saw earlier. You rob yourself so you can give me. Cake, I love you. Cake is a good. Where was that resting point at? I think it was over here. Wait. Hi. 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 Hi.
How are you today? Thank you!
Thank you.
Till next time!
Yeah, you should eat so that you're refreshed, and then you can work on your homework.
Ugh, I'm all sticky and gross.
Woohoo! Bath time!
Consume. Oh, look at this. Prompto is many, many things. Including a good. Make pizza. Very fancy. screenshotting that. Oh my goodness. Look, Cake. I'm in the game. You just see his freaking leg. I think I broke my game. No, it's probably just the... There we go. Yeah, the controller stopped working. Let's see. This looks really Legend of Zelda-y. Also, don't tell Amy I was beating up deers. Oh my god. That one deer on the left. Hey. I imagine Prompto was just in the bushes like, yes, this is a good shot. I can see what Prompto was focusing on. It's true. Oh, that's pretty scenery. It was also like in the middle of us running. Oh, chills. Now I have a campsite here. Also, I'm gonna like restart the game because please enjoy me restarting the game. Because it wasn't sensing my controller anymore when I alt-tabbed out. Prompto doing a selfie would be pretty great. All of them tapping. I'm sure that's drawn somewhere. Da 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 da. Did you say drawn somewhere? GG. Nice, nice. Why is it still not sensing my freaking controller? Sense the controller or die, computer. I broke it in it. Why is it not working? I cry ever, Tim. Ah! How could this happen to me? I've made my mistakes, got nowhere to run. Life goes. I guess I need to go into Steam's big picture mode. Let's see. Steam. Come on, big picture mode. You got this. Oof. You hear that? Ah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm working on it. It's, yeah, I need to run Steam in big picture mode. And it was just not loading up big picture mode properly. The loud house. Identify, please. senses it? Yeah. But then it doesn't like... Should I just play something else? Well, no, like, Steam also doesn't sense it. Well, Steam is sensing it. But it's not, like, letting me move it. It's not sensing it's moving. Or, like, I'm hitting buttons in Steam. Because it has, like, a calibration. And it's not sensing it when I'm trying to move things for calibration. So it knows the controller is there, but it's not using it. Maybe slapping Prompto will help. Maybe this will help. Oh. I think I got it. I think I fixed it. Well, I guess slapping Prompto really did help. Back in we go. Remember when I filled out job applications for 4 hours live on stream? It was weird that everyone showed up for that. Good stream. It was probably the most boring stream of anyone's life. Oh my gosh. Maybe next year I'll stream when doing my freaking tax returns. Live doing taxes. No, cake. Okay, back in game. With this ugly freaking avatar. My controller's doing things I don't like. Jesus, my controller's doing a lot of things I don't like. Okay. 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 This shirt kind of bothers you. Everything kind of bothers me. Everything about this bothers me. It's just like... Look at the slouched back. It looks like the avatar is pregnant. I'd like to edit the avatar, but I actually miss Noct being in his chocobo outfit too. Food! Also, I need to fix the settings on my controller. gosh. You're getting juice in my stream chat. Why are we still here? Just to suffer. Oh my gosh. Anyways, editing my settings will probably help. Oops. Da 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 da. Left stick. Ah. It does not sense the right stick. Push a different direction each time. Put a right joystick inside. The right joystick is dead. There's a problem here. Go to the online menu for switching back to knock. Okay, I will. As soon as I fix this damn controller. Blah 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 blah. Hello, yes. Should I just play something else? There's no way I can play this game with the mouse and keyboard. I would wreck it. What other games can I play? Ah. Look at him walking into the fence repeatedly. At least that's entertaining. Should I just play Long Live the Queen? I don't feel like playing Shantae, but I plan to eventually. Specifically Risky's Revenge. Hi, Tev. Long live the queen. I'm not sure. I could probably play Long Live the Queen. Let me just, like, close this. I'm not getting this freaking controller to work today. While I do that, I'll edit my freaking... There was indeed an obvious opening to Love to Bigness. I didn't know Long Live the Queen was a game. I thought if it was something you wish to call you, my bad, but just play Long Live the Queen anyway. Yeah, I'll do that. It's very loud. Hang on a second. Extraordinarily loud. I have Half Genie Hero on my DS though. I don't have it on Steam. I have Risky's Revenge on Steam, but I don't feel like playing that right now. Also, I need to edit. Edit scene. Oh hi! I have to change it from being on Final Fantasy because my controller broke. And I don't want to play it with a mouse and keyboard. Let me just edit my freaking... I'll have to fix my computer or my controller later. Also, I am not cute, but hello. Oh goodness. Okay, I edited the name. I just want to say the Senate doesn't even fight. No! I fight it! Now I need to edit. I need to... How do I... Shoot. There we go. Game capture. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. Settings, settings, settings. So here we go. There we go. Maybe. Maybe I'll reopen it. I am not cute, and I am also frustrated that it is not sensing the game. Why is it being weird? Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Da 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 da. I'm not cute, oh my god. It doesn't like it. It doesn't want to capture it. What's the problem? What other games do I have? I want to play Long Live the Queen now, though. No, I'm gonna get this to work. I'm just Sloth. That's my superpower name. Just Sloth. Keiko, you asked to get work done. You can probably play OJ later. But you asked to have work done first, though. Why is it being weird? Oops. Here, take this. Take this technical difficulties. Technical difficulties, wink wonk. Shishta. I just want the game to work. Well, the game is working, it's just not capturing it. Oof. No. Ah! It doesn't want me to play Long Live the Queen even though I want to. Let's see if I can get my controller to work enough for freaking Adventure Time. The very loud. I'm afraid. Okay. Now let's see. Let's see. No, it doesn't want to work. I cry, ever Tim. Like this if you cry, ever Tim. Okay, maybe. Bloop, bloop. Here, we'll do this. Da, 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 da. Oof. Okay, so we'll remove that. And we'll wait for this to open. Also, oof. Plug. Soon I'll have a game working. It's almost gonna open Camp W instead. And hopefully Streamlabs wants to actually pick it up. Unlike apparently it didn't want to pick up Long Live the Queen. It's taking a hot minute. Da 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 da. There we go. Now we fix the game capture. But does it want to game capture? There we go. Hey! It works! That's a very loud. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna get some more drink really quick because this is gonna involve a lot of reading. Give me 1 second. Okay. So real quick. Da 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 da. You don't know this game's existence? Good. It'll be a surprise. But I has to go soon for homework. Aww. Chemistry 2. Oof. Loud Keiko noises. Loud confused Keiko noises. Lysander is cute, but I am a female and I will be I'm a female and I will be male. No, I'm a female. I will be female. Senpai. The Keiko gender. Right there under Hideyoshi. I'm kidding. Keiko. It's the last day of the school year at Coventry Middle School, home of the Brewers. Go Brewers! As I was saying, it's the last day of school here in Coventry. Why do I keep wanting to say, like, convent? Coventry, capital city of the witching realm. Were the powerful witches living here cast into a secret, separate realm for their own safety, or for the safety of the humans they once lived amongst? Who's to say? Well, as a narrator, I guess I'm to say, but I'm not telling you just yet. This is only the beginning of the story that comes toward. Can I get like 2 seconds to set this up without another interruption? Okay? Sheesh. Today, Coventry's magical middle school is abuzz with young witches and warlocks, sorcerers and spellcasters eager to begin their summer vacation, finally free from the shackles of education. And how do the young witches of Coventry Middle School spend their summers? Why, at a witch camp, of course. A wondrous place where sorcerer legends are told over purple campfires, spell pranks are cast, and lasting friendships are formed. It's a rite of passage for all witches. All except one witch, that is. You senpai! Keiko, you must focus. Instead of getting to spend your summer bedazzling cauldrons and playing ogre ball, you get to stay home and practice your spells like you do every year. Look at how sad she is. Look at how sad she is. Can I like stretch this out further? Yeah, there we go. Look at her. The most spout. But boy, Keiko, love you too. All the nerves. A famous witch once said, practice makes potion. The famous witch is your mom. One day you may just be the realm's next best potion crafter if you can keep up with your mother's high standards. No pressure or anything. Hey, that's me! Look at all this stuff. The other kids emerging gaggles and clicks and bolt down the steps of the school, laughing as they rush into their summer vacations at light speed, but not you. You may have just finished the 7th grade, but today your apathy is operating at a 10th grade level. As far as your witch of a mother, Milla, is concerned, you haven't earned the right to relax. You barely got by with B's at this school this year, so this summer, like every other summer, will be spent getting ahead in your alchemy studies. As you cross the courtyard, tiny orange squirrel dive bombs down from a tree overhead and lands in your hands. Hey, why so glum? What, did you sit on your wand again? That's one fat squirrel. Nugget. My familiar, small squirrel, big heart, even bigger attitude. Are you sure that's a small squirrel? If you soaked a half pound of fluff in distilled sass extract and then cast a spell bringing it to life, you'd have Nugget. You know why, Nugget? Every year my classmates go off to summer camp, and every year Mom makes me stay home and practice my craft. Look at the bright side. Every year you get to spend summer with me. When I think about it, I feel sorry for all those other kids and their nuggetless summers. Me when I eat McDonald's. Anyway, Gragie is waiting on us to hit up the orchard on the edge of town so she can make some of her famous summer brandy wine. You know I can't carry all of those pilfered fruits on my own. Nugget has been the family familiar for 3 generations, passed down from your grandmother, Gadgie, to your mother, Milla, and finally to you. I don't want to say that Nugget is old, but he's still sore over not getting credit for the invention of peanut butter. Running will only get me home faster, right? Why rush? Mom is just gonna ambush me with her yearly summer study plan as soon as I walk through the door. Her standards are impossible to meet. Everyone else goes off and has fun together all summer, while I'm inside for 2 months picking the eyes out of dead frogs. Living with Mila can be a real trial. If anyone knows that, it's me, but I survived and so will you. You can't let one witch with a broomstick up her butt ruin your whole summer. And you gotta admit, her potion-making skills can be quite useful. She hooked me up with a slimming serum, and must I say, I am looking good. Nugget strikes a pose that shows off his figure. He looks like an orange grew a head and tail, but go with it. I'm better on my own. I just want my summer back. I'll show you. Good looking. You think you look good? Check this out. You hold Nugget out in front of you and spin in a circle, displaying the interesting outfit you put together this morning. Nugget clutches your hands as the centrifugal force nearly sends him flying, and I put it together all by myself. Don't take this the wrong way, but I might be sick. Sick from spinning, that is. Great outfit, though. Runway caliber stuff, really. I'm just saying you might want to open your eyes next time you're picking out an outfit. Oof. I kid because I love. In no time at all, Coventry Middle School is a ghost town. Everyone is probably picking out their bunks by now. Let's go home. I'm sure it won't be as bad as you think. And when it's actually worse, you can stay in and do my lesson plans while I sneak out into town. When you arrive at home, the whole house is buzzing with activity. As you and Nugget walk into the kitchen, workers whiz out past you, hustling cameras and lighting equipment out of the room. Looks like your mom is wrapping up the new season of her show taping for Potion TV. For someone who insists she doesn't even watch television, she sure is on a lot of it. At least she should be distracted enough that we can grab a snack and get out of here without her noticing. You try and keep a low profile by ducking behind a costume rack while Nugget rates the fridge, but a pesky production assistant comes by and rolls it away, leaving you exposed. You're home early. It's not your mom, it's her mom, your grandmother, Gadgie. Everyone calls her Gadgie because when you were little you couldn't pronounce Gadwina Doodlefina, a weird name even by witch standards. If they're just going to let everyone out early on the last day of school, why even have it at all? The best hugger in Coventry. Right? That's what I'm saying. But then you wouldn't emerge into a beautifully sunny summer day. Starting your vacation at the end of the day would be so anticlimactic. I think this way is much better. Perhaps the school district should stick to teaching and leave the poetic send-offs to someone else. Oh, hi, Mom. So much for going unnoticed. My mom, the super witch, and her mom, the best hugger in Coventry. But since you're home early, I can use the soundboard before it gets packed up for the day. Miller reaches down and presses a button. A loud fart noise resonates through the room. Oops, wrong button. Why do we even have that button? Mila pushes another button. Ominous, suspenseful music begins to play. Mila's eyes lock onto you, and in her best game show voice, she says, Senpai, are you ready to test your potion crafting skills? Pop quiz on the first day of summer. I think you've set some sort of new record, Mila. Oh, lighten up. It's just a little game. I won't apologize for trying to make learning fun. Apparently, your Gadgie would like to see you lay around all summer like a lump. That or she just loves me. One or the other, but who can tell? Love is looking out for your future by pushing you to be the best you can be. Are you sure you're not confusing love with military school? If I let you fall behind on your studies, that wouldn't be love at all. Then we'd all just be a bunch of dull humans. Don't fill the poor child's head with this nonsense about humans. They're not dull, they're just not witches. Our craft makes us different, but it doesn't make us better. Yeah, she's great. Oops, I didn't read that. Guess I can't go back. I don't get it, Senpai. Why, when you were younger, I couldn't keep you away from my garden, picking herbs and inventing little potions of your own. I saw myself in you, always excited to learn. It was so adorable. But as soon as you hit middle school, you apparently got way too cool for your family, and your grimoire hasn't seen a new recipe written in it in ages. What happened to that little witch I used to know? Mila, you can drop the dramatics. The camera's already got packed up. Oof! Shots fired. Nobody wants to be a little witch forever. Senpai, if you weren't Want a break? I say you take one. We'll be here for you whenever you need us. Keji gives you an extra long hug, but when she lets go, Mila is still there, arms crossed, waiting for you to step up to her challenge. You know that even if you put it off, she won't let us go. It's like every other summer. Fine, let's just get it on with already. Mila holds her hands apart in front of her and quietly recites a short spell. A sudden thunder pierces night as magic wonder wild affright. As witches see the second sight, I call the moon to show her light. The lights over her head change position and point directly at the cauldron in the center of the room, which is already bubbling, smoldering. I ran into a little experiment using ingredients left over from today's shoot. The potion in front of you is nearly complete. It needs only one additional ingredient to be finished. Any witch worth her weight in woodbine should be able to tell what it is and what it needs. So are you up to the challenge? 3 ingredients sit on the counter in front of you. You carefully examine the bubbling cauldron. A slightly sweet smell wafts out from it, but you're not entirely sure what exactly it smells like. Your mind has drawn a complete blank. All you can think of is the summer sun shining down on happy kids as they arrive at camp. It could be a health potion, which would need spit and newt, but it could also be a sleeping potion awaiting velvet leaf extract. Or maybe it's a love potion missing its tears and forlorn. But you're not really sure. Love potion, sleeping potion, or health potion. Eeny, miny, mo. Which one? Which one? Based on the smell, you figure that it's meant to be a sleeping potion. You reach for a bottle of amber velvet leaf extract, which Gaji makes herself from the yellow petals of the velvet leaf plant's flowers. You add just a few drops and step back. The pot roils and belches, but the bubbling quickly subsides and the contents of the cauldron goes cool and still. After a moment, Mila reaches out as if to dip her hand into the pot, but she cannot. In just seconds, the boiling potion has turned ice cold, it's hard as a rock, and frozen in place. Wrong one. This is going to take a pickaxe to clean out. Didn't you get 10 more cauldrons like that through your last endorsement deal? No, it's not the point. Cauldrons come and go, but you only get one chance to make your mark on this world. All of which has is their ability to cast spells and create potions. This was supposed to be a pot of calm water, which is pretty much a potion's 101 recipe. What do they even teach at that school? This old chestnut again. You shrug your shoulders as your mother lays the same lecture on you as she does every year. It's mostly dodgeball. Alright, I think we've quizzed enough for today. Senpai, why don't you go and take a nugget? Why don't you and Nugget take a walk and cool down a bit? It's beautiful outside. I need to get started on a celebratory summer feast. Maybe you'd like to pick some flowers for a centerpiece? Anything to be out of here. As you make your way into the quiet woods of Coventry, your house recedes into the background. A thick layer of leafy cover creates a shady path to walk among trees. Can you believe her? Who gives their kid a pop quiz on the last day of school? That was pretty rough. I wouldn't worry too much about it, though. Geji has your back. There's a woman who really appreciates the sanctity of summer. It's not just about today, it's all the time. I thought that once Mom got really busy with her talk show, her line of beauty products, and the subscription potion delivery box she just launched, that she'd be busy enough to leave me alone. Apparently not, though. Beneath your feet, you follow a faint path down a trail you've walked with Gaji on many summer afternoons like this. All my life I've been doing what she wants me to do. I want to forge my own path, make my own friends. Oh. I mean, maybe it was a love potion. I don't know. I was thinking it was probably going to be a health potion, because it's her mom. But I was also like, I don't know, pick one. Da 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 da. You stop in your tracks, turn 90 degrees, and start heading in a new direction, just like that. And immediately the sky grows a little darker and the woods get a little quieter. Watch out, world, it's my time. Nugget eyes the shadows in the distance and decides to hop onto your shoulder. At least it is until it's dinner time. That's my time. As you walk, you see a big mushroom growing on top of a dead old root. You decide that its shape and color look enough like your mother that it's no longer welcome in these woods. You step up, tee off, and kick it towards the big pile of leaves a few yards in front of you. Your aim is right and on point, but before you can be too impressed with your budding sports skills, you're surprised to see the shroom bounce right back out of the pile and land at your feet. Did you see that, Nugget? Your fine kicking form? I did. You really showed that mushroom who's boss. But if you mean that odd bounce, I've dived into my fair share of leaf piles, and that's not how they usually work. You hesitantly approach the pile and realize that it's definitely not a normal formation. The whole thing is held together with fine silk, almost invisible unless hooked at from the exact right angle. Who put this here? Possibly the world's sneakiest spider. This isn't the best disguise if someone were trying to hide something out here. I wonder why they wouldn't use an obscure spell to cover it up. I suppose that if you wanted to hide something from another magic user, you might want to do it the old-fashioned way so they couldn't sense it. You can't really counter a pile of leaves with a magic spell. But maybe it's just not that important. I guess they won't mind us checking it out then. Some things are best left. Before Nugget can dispense too much wisdom, you tug on the silky string and it snaps. Twigs and leaves fall to the ground, uncovering an old stone altar. A pile of rocks sits in front of you, carefully stacked into a beautiful little table. Moss cascades down the sides as if it has been a part of these woods for a long time. Ancient antlers adorn the top, old beads and amulets hung from its points. On the surface of the table, among some melted candles, are 3 objects that smell smoky as if freshly burnt. Some sort of offering? Looks more like a raccoon's yard sale. Either way, we shouldn't touch it. Maybe not, but at least I have a very nimble lookout who can tell me if anyone is coming. Yeah, fine, but please be careful. If you touch anything, there's some hand sanitizer in your bag. Nugget sighs, collects himself, and then takes off, scurrying up a nearby tree. In front of you sits a lock of hair, a small purple flower, and a gold locket. Which item would you like to examine? Purple flower. A small purple flower sits at the center of the display. It's star-shaped with a faint amber glow at its center. While it looks delicate with long, thin petals, the edges of each petal are razor-sharp. It's not a bloom that you're familiar with. You hold it to your nose, but don't pick up any specific fragrance. Hey Nugget, you ever see a flower like this? Am I supposed to be keeping watch, or am I supposed to be helping you solve mysteries? Squirrels, right? As you turn the flower in your hand, one of the sharp edges catches your fingertip. Ouch! A single drop of blood falls from your finger onto the stone surface below. It sizzles and pops. You hold your hand out to feel for warmth, but it's totally cool. When you look at your fingertip, it didn't even leave a mark. While this sounds very spooky, you're a witch after all. In this realm, it's actually not that weird, so you just shrug it off. I suppose if this flower was important, they wouldn't have left it in the woods. Besides, I'm sure they can just grow more. You place the flower in your bag, careful not to catch it on your finger again. Which item would you like to examine? The locket is small and delicate, with ornate carving on the outer gold shell. It has a clasp, but it's already slightly open when you find it, so you open it up the rest of the way. When you look inside, you see that one half has a faded photo cutout in it, while the other is empty. Based on the yellow patina of the photo, you guess that it is very, very old. The face in the photo is that of a beautiful young woman with some outrageous earrings. As you stare into her eyes, you're overtaken by the crazy idea. She actually looks, well, a lot like me. Nugget comes down from the trees to get a look. He sticks his little nose right up the locket and examines it. I can see where you're coming from. She really does. Is that the excuse you're going to use when you pocket someone else's locket? I wasn't going to steal it. I was just going to take it home to show Gadget. You know she'd get a kick out of this. Maybe she could help me find the owner with the tracer spell. A slightly better excuse, but just slightly. You look over your shoulder, but the forest around you is still and quiet as you slide the little locket into a secret pocket in your bag. I shouldn't be out here alone. I'm going to take good care of it. We wouldn't want it to get stolen. Which item would you like to examine? Well, there's only one left. You gently lift the lock of hair off of the stone surface. A ribbon is wrapped around it, but it might not even need that because it seems to be held together with some kind of wax or pomade. The end is charred, and as you put it close to your nose, you determine that this is definitely the source of that smoky smell, in addition to a leathery musk. It smells a bit like an old man, the kind who might have a pipe around in the air while telling stories Let's start with back in my day. Once you've gotten a good look, you set it down and wipe your fingers off on a leaf. Having looked at everything on the altar, you stand in the woods and contemplate what it all might mean. Now that you've fully desecrated someone else's altar and taken their things, maybe we should think about heading home. What's the big rush? Maybe while we're here, I should cast a spell that finally frees me from another homeschooled summer. You couldn't even concoct a cauldron of calm water. I don't think you've got the chops to manipulate time and space. Too, squirrel? No one in this family respects me, not even a little. You're in middle school. The only people who respect you are in elementary school. For every other kid, this is supposed to be the best day of the year. Next to Witchmas. But no, not for Senna. As you shout, leaves begin to swirl around your feet. Spend your whole life studying so that you can be the greatest witch in the realm, and for what? To boss your kids around someday, to get your face printed on a billboard so everyone knows how great you are? That's not the type of witch I ever want to be. I want to get out of here and become my own witch. Hey kiddo, you really gotta chill. This is probably not the place to... In a fit of rage, you slam your fist down on the altar, and as you do, energy radiates outward throughout the woods, shaking every tree around you. The altar shocks you and sends you backwards. You slam against a tree and your vision goes black. Psst. When you open your eyes, a beautiful shimmering portal stands open before you, crackling with an immense power. Are you seeing this? You mean that hole in the fabric of our reality, or that funny-looking caterpillar over there? Of course I'm seeing this. We gotta go now. This is not good. This is very bad. Shh. As if looking out a window, you can see another scene beyond the portal in front of you. On the other side are woods much like the ones around you, but filled with different trees, plants, and flowers. You stare through, waiting for something to happen, but nothing does. As you extend your hand, you can feel warmth coming through while the forest around you has grown cold. It seems much nicer on the other side. It's lush and green and glowing. Oh, you definitely better use the hand sanitizer after that. I need to know what this is. But do you, though? You take a deep breath and... Could you not? But you do. You reach through the portal and hold out your open hand. A beam of sunlight lands in your palm. I have a really good feeling about this. Famous last words. You should be terrified, but the warmth just feels so nice it makes it easy to forget. You stand and soak in the feeling. Suddenly you're much happier than you were a moment ago. But when you try and pull your hand out, it's stuck. You plant your feet firmly and pull back, but it won't give. You pull harder, and this time something pulls back. Nugget, it won't let go. Nugget hops down and pulls at your leg, but to no effect. The portal swirls faster and yanks it you right off your feet and through head first, squirrel companion and all. Open your eyes, you're going to want to see this. You come to in a beautiful forest, the likes of which you've never seen before, except maybe in a picture book. So it's going to be one of those kinds of adventures, eh? The ones punctuated by head injuries? You brush off Nugget's remark as well as some dirt from your fall and collect yourself as you get back to your feet. Hey, no, don't go, little portal. Around you is a serene woodsy scene. Birds chirp and a warm breeze blows by you. Awesome. Not awesome. A portal home would be awesome. Do you see a portal home? I don't see a portal home. I didn't pack for a trip. Please tell me you brought food. Oh, why didn't I stop you? You dig around in your bag and find a lanyard with a safety whistle tied to it that your mother gave you once. Technically, I think this counts as an emergency, although normally emergencies aren't so warm and serene. Not sure what this is what Mom meant, but you tie the lanyard around a tree branch and leave the whistle dangling over the spot on which you arrived. I don't think you're using that right. This way we'll know where the portal was. I'm sure we can figure out how to open it later. Now you're some kind of survivalist? Psh. Nugget scurries into your bag and closes it behind him and hums with the vibrations of a tiny squirrel shaken up by bad decisions. Ouch, you could have given me some warning that you stuck that weirdly sharp altar flower in here. Speaking of that altar, there's no sign of it or anything else that resembles the witching realm in any way. You know, once you get over the whole foreign environment full of unknown dangerous thing, this place is actually quite pleasant. We're supposed to be on a walk anyhow. Might as well explore a little bit, right? A string of unintelligible muttering leaks out of your bag. You close the zipper to quiet it and begin your walk towards the edge of the forest where you see a nearby clearing. The woods open up and reveal a quaint little grouping of cabins soaking up the daylight not too far away. My throat. A stream of decidedly unmagical kids are making their way across the lawn headed over from a nearby parking lot. They're lining up in front of a building marked Camp Center. This is not Coventry. Nugget pops his head up to survey the scene. How far did you walk? I just walked out of the woods the same way we came in. But I don't think we're in Coventry anymore. Hey, I just said that. You had to reach into the portal, didn't you? Do you think, go with me here, it's at all possible that we just traveled out of the witching realm and into the human realm? Don't they always say that the two are separate yet intertwined? This is me not making a comment about how you probably should have paid more attention in school like your mother always said. You ignore the comment Nugget didn't just make. It just feels so similar, like we didn't travel at all, but here we are. And these kids, they don't look especially magical, but they don't seem so bad otherwise. Is inter-realm travel possible? Sure? Likely? Come on. The amount of power it would take to move between the realms would be impossible for you to pull off. I don't think that even Gadget or your mom combined could do that. Peek through, maybe. Waltz through? The kind of thing only happens in movies and comic books. You take a second to consider having more magical power than the rest of your family combined, and the size of the resulting ear-to-ear smile almost breaks your face. Then I guess you should start calling me Sorcerer Senpai. Wonder of rooms, maker of portals. Ignorer of squirrels. Hey, I prefer maker of portals. Alright, portal maker, so you brought us to the human realm, now what? Just then one of the human kids walks past you, strumming a ukulele. First day of summer camp, it's finally here. Middle school blues, time to disappear. Sun on my back, hope I sign in soon. Gotta get started on my afternoon. It's best kid. I'm at camp. Whoopitch witch a. Whoopie witch a. The odd ukulele kid joins the line of campers, intrigued to follow his siren song. I'm at camp Whoopie Witch away. I can't even speak. Singer, songwriter, social provocateur. Now that's a human song if I ever heard one. Any witch would know that a swig of Uday tune would fix his pitch right up. Well, I think it's quite enthusiastic. You've got to give him that. Shh, we're up. I'm sorry, but who are you? The line moved quicker than you expected, and now you're at the front. Standing before you, clipboard in hand, is a smartly dressed girl with a very serious expression. She stares blankly at you. You stare blankly back. I think you might be in the wrong place. I'm Ruby, and this is sign-in for Camp Whoopie Witchy campers. Camp W is self-appointed expert and most spirited camper. Camp what now? Camp. Camp? As in summer camp? Kids bonding, no mom in sight, honest to goodness summer camp? Of course it is, and I am here for exactly that reason, to sign into Camp W. Cough cough. Subtle cover-up job. You shove Nugget down in your bag so that no one notices the talking squirrel you brought with you. You're not sure if they have talking squirrels in this realm, but just to be on the safe side. Well, then you must be on the list of new campers. Obviously, I'd remember you if you were here last summer or any of the past 5 summers before. You play it as cool as you possibly can, which isn't super cool, but hey, it's what you've got. Psh, obviously. The name is Senpai. Ruby doesn't so much as look down at her clipboard before responding. Not on the list. But you didn't even check. I don't need to. I've already committed every name on the list to memory in preparation for today. From Armin to Zev Jr. Let me apologize on behalf of Ruby. She takes her job very seriously. A little too seriously, I'd say. Which is odd considering nobody asked her to do it. No one needs to ask me to have camp spirit. As the longest running Camp Whoopie Witchy camper, I think I'm uniquely qualified to decide what is and is not the spirit of camp. You've only been here 1 summer longer than me, first of all. Secondly, everyone knows that the only way to properly quantify camp spirit is by counting badges, which I have an extensive collection of. Meanwhile, Sid over here couldn't even earn a badge if I jumped up and stitched itself to his lazy butt. Stop staring at my butt, Ruby. As Ruby's entire body is overtaken by a new shade of dark red, Sid smiles big and tosses you a wink. I don't know why you bother with this ritual every year. It's not like anyone has ever tried to sneak into summer camp before. How would that even work? Well, you just happen to show up in a remote campground on exactly the first day and decide on a whim to lie about who you are so that you can spend the whole summer hiding out. Yeah, so ridiculous. I'm just going to go over there to find my registration form and clear this up. You take a step to the side to get your story straight before Ruby recovers. Well, it was fun while it lasted, but it looks like they're onto us. Maybe we should use the opportunity to slip back out to the woods and find our way home. But we just got here, and I've always wanted to go to summer camp. Besides, aren't you the slightest bit curious about the human realm? Yeah, I'm curious what they do to uninvited witches and talking squirrels. You heard that, kid. They don't expect anyone to sneak in, which is exactly what we want. They'll never see it coming. That's the perfect time to put some of my crafting abilities to use. Luckily, I've got a bunch of ingredients still in my bag that we can use. Mom says I need to work on my magic. Psh, I'll show her. You take around in your bag for a few specific ingredients that you know are in there somewhere. After a second, you've collected 3 things. A bit of birdseed, a few dried skyflower petals, and... Okay, let me see your paw. Sacrificing me to get out of trouble is a trick you can only pull once, you know. You're safe, I promise. Just put out a paw real quick. You scrape off a bit of dirt from under Nugget's nail. He needs some dirt, but I'm not sure if human realm dirt will do. You rub the dirt, birdseed, and crumbled up flower petals together and casually sprinkle it on the ground. You devious little witch. Gedge's own super seed bird feeder filler trick? Interesting idea, but I'm not completely sure if the animals in this realm will react to foul weather spell the same way as they do back home. All you need to do is trace the sigil in your grimoire to cast the spell and find out. As soon as the seed hits the ground, an entire flock of birds begins circling overhead. A second later, there are so many birds that they nearly block out the sun. It works all right. That spell is supposed to attract a few birds, not all the birds. This can't end well. You rejoin Ruby and Sid, who are staring up in amazement at the churning cloud of birds overhead. And then... the poop starts. Think of the artist who had to draw this poop. A huge glob of it lands right on Ruby's head and drips down her perfectly pressed shirt. She looks at it in stunned silence. The next poop splashes right onto the sign-in sheet. There's no time for procedure now. We're under attack. Did I just get pooped on? We're all gonna get pooped on if we don't run for it. Ruby holds the clipboard over her head like an umbrella, and a hail of bird bomb destroys the sign-in sheet. This is not how my summer was supposed to begin. Ruby books it for the building behind her, leaving Sid and you to fend for yourselves. I'll be safe back at my bunk. Follow me. You arrive at 2 bunks, one for the girls and one for the boys, connected by an adjoining deck. Seems pretty quiet still. Usually most people are here by now, but maybe they're just off doing something else. I'm going to see if Norma's set up shop in the dining hall yet. You want to come? I'm going to get settled, I think. Thanks for your help with that girl. That's just Ruby's way. She means well, I think, or at least I've always assumed she does. Maybe not, though. And I'm Sid, by the way. Smell you later. Sid marches off towards the dining hall, singing to himself as he goes. 'Cause birds like us, baby, we were born to poop. Why aren't there more songs about the loyalty of squirrels? Before Nugget can switch the conversation back to himself, you hear the voices of more campers inside the nearby bunks and reflexively reach over to stuff him back down into your bag. Yeah, I know the drill. I promise to only do this when I think you run the risk of embarrassing me and or blowing up this entire operation. Reassuring. The girl you haven't seen before steps out of one of the bunks and nearly bumps right into you. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't looking where I was going. I'm new this summer, so I guess I can use the excuse of not really knowing the layout. I'm Sophie. The other new kid at camp, though, it feels like I've known her forever. I'm still figuring this place out too, so don't even worry about it. Oh wow, you're another new camper like I am? It seems like everyone else already knows each other. We've already got the beds all divided up with their names carved underneath them. First ever day at camp, honest. Practically my first hour. I definitely don't have a bed picked out yet. I don't know if I believe you. She leans in close, focusing in on your eyes in a way that makes you a little uncomfortable, though you do your best not to show it. I've already noticed that people at summer camps are oddly obsessed with pranks. You're sure you haven't been coming here your entire life? Pretty positive. You don't have any older brothers or sisters who go here? I'm an only child, actually. And your parents didn't meet for the first time at Camp W, fall in love, get married on the kickball field, have their reception in the dining hall, and give birth to you roughly a year later in the infirmary? Nope. Blessed be, I'm so glad I'm not the only one. Oh, sorry, which stuff? Blessed be is the thing we say sometimes, like thank goodness or amen. Hold on, did she just say which stuff? Hold on, did you just say which stuff? I promise not to put any bad spells in you. Every time I mention that I practice, people think I'm going to put a spell on them. I'm sorry, but that's not my thing. If I want somebody to do my homework or fall in love with me or whatever, I'll just convince them by using my personality. I am charming. It's just that my personality spiritually is based around nature and the earth, so I've always been drawn to witchcraft. Also, black cats are the best, so being a witch has that going for it too. Actually, I prefer talking squirrels. Talking squirrels? You were pulling my leg, aren't you? No, never mind. That was just a stupid joke. Me? A joke? Before you get too far off track, you steer back to the revelation that dropped your jaw just a moment before. So you're a witch that does witchcraft? Haha, yes, oh geez, you must think I'm crazy. Actually, it's just a system of beliefs that resonates with me the most. It's about staying true to yourself, you know? It's not like I have an animal familiar who follows me around or a giant cauldron in the middle of my kitchen or something. Oh snap. Sometimes people can be a little, well, I guess I'll be nice and say people can be a little uncomfortable about my beliefs, but I get a vibe from you. I don't think I have to worry about being made fun of for being a witch, not by you, I feel it. Maybe later I can tell you more about witchcraft, if you want. That'd be really cool of you. A loud boom erupts inside the cabins in front of you. You see a flash and some smoke rising up from the opposite side of the building. The door of the girls' bunk bursts open and a young woman comes storming out. Twins? Is it just me or are the twins always plotting things? What other reason could two people have for making up a secret language? I'll never trust any twin ever again. I don't trust one twin, and I definitely don't trust two twins, not after putting up with this pair. Hi, name's Piper. I'm one of the head counselors. Are you two twins? Piper, girl's head counselor. I wouldn't mess with her. No? Good, keep it that way. With that proclamation, Piper spins around and goes back into the bunk. I wonder what she has against twins. I can think of two good reasons. She must be talking about Ella and Ezzy. They're back in the girls' bunk destroying all of Piper's personal electronics. Come in and see for yourself. Inside the bunk, it looks pretty calm, considering the small explosion that you just heard. Things in the human realm seem so normal, but also so not. I'm not quite sure we understand the problem. If you call it your spare battery, that means you have a primary battery. I told you my regular battery died. I only have my spare battery. However, if you require something all the time, then by definition it cannot be called a spare. At that point, why bother with the additional descriptor? Just call it my battery. A highly volatile mix of curiosity and capacity multiplied by 2. Obviously, we wouldn't tamper with your battery. We know how important power is. It literally powers everything. But a spare? I swear it has barely even been half of the day and your little twin routine is already wearing thin. You can't confuse me by splitting your sentences in half. Or maybe you can sometimes, but I don't have to like it. You took my spare battery, used it in one of your kooky tween genius science experiments, blew it up, and now my phone is dead and I can't get to my texts. I suppose small miscalculations were made all around. Sometimes when you innovate, you make mistakes. It's best to admit them and quickly and get on with improving your other innovations. Steve Jobs said that. You two stay here. I'm going to go see if they're hiring at the phone factory because right now anything would be a step up for me. Before you have a chance to try to formally introduce yourself again, Piper is gone. Don't worry, we'll get her a new battery before she returns and it'll hold twice the charge. She's not even technically supposed to be using her phone while she's at camp. Nobody is. Counselors or campers. Rules are made to be broken, aren't they? That's Ezzy, by the way. And this is Ella. Hi, I'm Senpai. Just so you know, the explosion wasn't an accident, it was a distraction. We're extremely careful with flammables, honest. We're twins. When Ella and Ezzy speak at the same time, their voices sync up and overlap exactly, combining to create a startlingly strange frequency that immediately makes your brain feel very weird. Nice to meet you both. Sophie mentioned that there are a lot of rules set by returning campers, like who sleeps where and whatnot. See, Ella, I told you. Oh, right, that. I promise you it's not sentimental. I left some diagnostic equipment behind at the end of last summer, and I wanted to make sure it was still in working order. Ella taps on her wristwatch and there's an audible whirring from under one of the bunk beds. I thought it'd be rather rude to ask anyone else to endorse sleeping directly above one of Ella's experiments, but we're almost done with that for now. Experiments? Directly under our beds? Piper mentioned something about you two being something of a pair, sci-fi whiz kids. I believe the phrase genius camp dropouts were tossed around. I don't think it counts if you drop out on account of being too smart. A few years ago, our parents tried to send us to a special science camp for high-performing students, but we took issue with the curriculum. Essentially, it boils down to this. Don't call it space camp if you're not going to at least try to get to space. We were T-minus 3 minutes when they scuttled our mission. You built a rocket to space and then tried to launch it? Rockets are so last century. We built a space elevator. So then what are you doing here at Camp W? Our parents decided we were doing enough calculations throughout the rest of the year and now we use the summer for a different kind of study. You must unlearn what you have learned. Yoda said that. That just about clears it up for me. It clears up nothing for you and it certainly doesn't explain the whirring sound. Then what's under the bed? I could tell you, but you wouldn't understand. This place is a secret. Every summer we learn a little bit more about it, but we still haven't cracked it yet. I've been running all kinds of measurements over the past year and they just don't add up. It's as if, no, this will sound crazy, as if Camp W is the exact center of the universe. Sure, I'd say that sounds crazy, but then again, I've been accused of saying some crazy things myself. It's just the past hour I've captured some incredible phenomena, but most of our tech is out at the old Camp W radio tower. We should know more tomorrow. Phenomena in the past hour? Could it be? Before anyone can see you start to sweat, a loud bell rings somewhere across camp. I might be new to this camp, but I think I can tell a lunch bell when I hear one, and I am famished. When you get to the dining hall, there's a small clump of campers stationed at the front door. A trio of boys push and shove, jockeying for the front position. Like some kind of human nesting dolls, the boys share a similar style, but come in 3 different sizes, small, medium, and large. Further inside the room, someone shouts, "Incoming!" Just then, Small climbs up on Large's back and leaps into the air. A high-speed tater tot zips through the air and straight into the airborne boy's mouth. When he lands, high fives await. That was clearly aimed at me, but you know what? I'm not even mad. That was sweet. Dude, such precision, such grace. You are like a flipping goose or something. Graceful? Like a goose? Yeah, like one of them fancy white lady gooses. Dude, are you talking about a swan? Do you think swans are just fancy lady geese? Whatever, I was just saying it was graceful is all. I learned from the best. My dog Scoot can catch a flying disc from like a mile away. I've been studying his moves all spring. Bros. Blake, Miles, and Miller. Thrill-seeking threesome of fist bump aficionados. Just you wait and see, I won't miss a tot all summer. Psh, you know Norm takes it easy on the first day. Don't get cocky, dude. If you take a tot in your good eye, you'll have to catch the rest by smell. Heads up. Another tater tot comes flying like a ballistic heat-seeking spud missile. This time it's Blake's turn to show off. He does a mouth-open 360-degree spin, catching the tot along the way. If you show off your best moves on the first day, how do you expect to top yourselves? You know there's more where that came from, Norm. What you got, Miles? A backflip? The master of subtle and complex culinary tactics. Yum. Jeez, why do I get all the pressure? Because I know you can take it. You finally catch a glimpse of the source of these flying mystery tots. It's the camp cook, though based on the size, you wonder if somebody drew a face on a refrigerator as a practical joke. Standing in front of a tray of tots, he loads up one of his spatula, winds up, and flings it into a huge arc across the entire room. Think fast! A tot hurls your way so fast you're almost positive that it's trailing tiny flames. Miles, standing perfectly still, catches a hot tot with his eyes closed, not quite as aerobatically impressive as the other two. Called that fast? Whoa. Miles has somehow caught the tot exactly between his teeth. He turns around to make sure everyone notices what his bro's slapping him on the back the whole time. Showboating on the first day of camp, clearly you three are underestimating how much faster a reconstituted clump of shredded potato is capable of flying. But you will learn, how you will come to know the power of my potato pitch. Now the king of fling demands another tribute. The Sultan of Spud? The Lord of Lunch? You look next to you for Sophie to confirm if these puns are as ridiculous as they seem, but she is currently preoccupied, using you as cover. Towards the back of the line, Sid has arrived, and an oversized grin on his face. He observes your predicament. It looks like I have to stop. But bless stream. Thanks for showing up, everyone who showed up.